friends. Today we're going to get twisted up. I'm going to incorporate every twist I've ever learned, and we're just going to explore what it means to twist from here to here, well, here to here, and how to really isolate that area. But first we have to warm up a little bit, because our hips have to be a little bit warm and hamstrings warm before we can really do twists. So land into the front of your mat, spread your toes, get your knees nice and flexy, toes are lifted, butt is back, bring your hands onto your hips. Now I want you to feel from the pelvic floor all the way up to your heart. Inhale, and then exhale, land your toes, and then feel what that does. So we're warming everything up. Spread your toes, inhale, heart comes up even more. Exhale, drop your toes, press them into the floor. Okay, toes are pressed into the floor, ankles coming together. Inhale, arms coming up, look up, fingers really wide. Exhale, forward bending. Oh, take your time. If this is your first forward bend of the day, because you only do one yoga practice a day, then you're feeling this. Bring your fingertips to the top of your mat, maybe step back a little bit. Inhale, open up your chest, pull your belly in, pull those fingers, lift your toes, pull your fingers towards the lifted toes. You're still eyes and heart trying to come forward and your hips trying to come back. And then exhale slowly, slowly, so we're building heat. Press into your first forward bend. Press your toes, press your fingers away, elbows out to the side, chest and thighs together. Breathing. Inhale, pull everything up as if your legs and arms are straws. Lift your toes, activate all the tissues. Feel the heat. Pull your forearms towards each other. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Press your toes down. Press your fingers forward. Feel everything. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands beside your feet and go into a real forward bend. So whatever movement you have right at this moment, just feel it and let your head really hang out. So your hair is falling out. Your spine is lengthening. Everything is just hanging here. Now, inhale, halfway lift, salutations. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale, high plank, drop your hips, pull your forearms towards each other. Move your body forward so that when you look at the mat, your face is forward of your hands. Pull, pull, pull those forearms towards each other. Press the heels away. Pull the belly in. Press your fingertips so much into the floor that you see the whites of your fingers. And then inhale, curl forward, so even more. And then tuck the tail. Roll forward, sorry. Then tuck the toes under, tuck the tail. And then curl your back a lot as we go into angry cat and cow. Curl your back a lot. And exhale, bend your elbows. And now going into pouncy dog, you're going to continue to have your toes tucked as you push your butt towards your heels, but your arms are long. You're not landing on your heels. This is not a dog like the regular dog. And it's a pouncy puppy. Inhale, curl forward. Exhale, move back, stretching. It's like your back is in cow, but then you're feeling your face going forward and your butt back. Inhale, curl forward, angry cat. Exhale, open up your chest, lift your knees, up dog. So we're going to mix it up a lot so that you have to pay attention. And then pull belly in, push back into down dog. And then first down dog. Always a pleasure. Breathing. You're going to bring your right knee, and we're starting our twist right away, right knee to your left tricep. And so you move your whole body forward, point the right toe back. Inhale, right leg goes up to the ceiling. I know it's early. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Move it into the middle of your chest, your right knee. Flex your right foot. Keep coming forward. Right foot, right thumb. Drop your left knee. I hope you're warm. Inhale, open up your chest. Back toes are tucked. Exhale, right hip coming back. Dig your right heel in. Keep all the energy, your eyes forward, your chest forward. Keep the energy in your hands and in your toes. Land into your right foot, right knee over ankle. Press through the palms of your hands. Of course, you can use blocks here. Lift the back of your knee. Low lunge. Drop your hips so you're starting to feel your hips warm up. Now press through the right foot. Left foot comes parallel, 90-degree legs. Roll the inner thighs towards each other. Curl your back a lot. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders or on blocks. And I want you to pull everything into the center as you bring your left foot, you're looking at it as it comes to hover beside the right foot. Spread your toes, left toes, right toes. Exhale. Left foot comes on the floor, raggedy doll. Woo! Should be starting to feel that. Lean back into your heels, lift your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on your hips. Yeah. And then press your toes. Inhale, come all the way up. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward bending. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, drop your knees. Pouncy dog, toes tucked. Press down and forward with the palms of your hands. Keep your eyes and your heart forward as if your head is being pulled forward, your butt back. Inhale, angry cat. Exhale, up dog. Lift those knees. Press the chest open. Now from the belly. On the next exhale, pull your belly in and move into down dog. Breathe. Should be getting nice and warm. Try to use all these cues to activate everything. Bring your left knee into your chest and then bring it over to the right tricep. Inhale. Left leg goes up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Left knee, right tricep. Now, left knee into the chest. Look at your left thumb. This should be a lot of work. Left foot comes down. Drop your right knee. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, monkey. Dig the left heel in. Spread the left toes. Feel the back toes as well. Keep the energy in your fingers, in all those extremities, and then press through that left foot. Lift the back knee, low lunge. Drop your hips. Drop your hips. Bring your hands forward and a little bit wider. 90-degree legs are coming up. Press through your feet. Left foot, right leg goes up. 90 degrees. Roll the right hip down. Spread the right toes. Curl your back a lot. Pull the forearms towards each other. You can micro bend the left knee, of course. And then you're going to pull everything into the center as you bring your right foot to hover beside your left. And it's a lot of work. Spread your toes. Spread your toes. Exhale. Whew. Drop your right foot. Flip the palms of your hands. So that feels good. Going into a standing twist here. Now that things are warm, I'd like you to bring your hands shoulder width apart to the left side of your mat. You can have your knees generously bent and moving your forehead and your tummy towards your left leg. Spread your toes, lift them if you can. Inhale, halfway lift, coming through to the center. Exhale, press your toes down and go over to the right. So squishing through the center. Don't worry about how far you're coming down or not coming down. You can always be up on your right leg, just, with your hands on your right calf muscle. And then, so it's about the twist. So coming through to center, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your elbows and do the same thing. So moving over to the left, squishing, squishing, squishing your whole core. And then Exhale to center. And then inhale, and then exhale over to the right. And have a little breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, tuck tail. Let the knees come down exactly the same time. Modified chaturanga. Inhale, come forward. Bend your elbows, squish your armpits, press down and forward. Undo your toes so you're on shoelace side of the feet. Inhale. Ooh, a little cobra. So let's just explore what it feels like to open up one side and the other. So I'd like you to look over your left shoulder at your left buttock or your left foot. Now feel how this is squishing one side and lengthening the other. Keep breathing. Drop your shoulders if you're able to. We don't want tension coming up. And then exhale, come to center and then look over to the right. Whoa, press those toenails into the floor. Use everything you got. Press the fingertips into the floor. Glancing over your right shoulder to your right foot, if you can, or your right buttock. Then coming through to center, again, pouncy dog, tuck the toes. Arms are straight, pressing down and forward, eyes forward, butt moving back. Really, really try to feel how the heat is creating a pouncier puppy. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, up dog. Inhale into this. Exhale, shift back, down dog. So this is an interesting twist. So let's call it down dog twisting. We're going to bring our feet a little bit closer, actually almost like a step closer to our hands. And each of you will have to figure this out, how close you need your legs to your hands. We're going to take the right hand and grab the outside of the left shin bone, ankle, and look underneath our left arm. Pit. Breathe. This would be a good moment to think about deodorant. And then right hand comes back. Pull the belly in. Of course, you can micro bend your knees. If you feel like it would work out better if your feet were hip width apart, then you go ahead and do you. Left hand, I'm showing this one with the feet apart, and it's definitely easier. Bending the left elbow, taking the left hand and pulling and moving your gaze over underneath your right armpit. Pull your belly in. Use everything you have here to manage this. Squishing. Left hand comes down. Knees come down. Sit back. Japanese seated posture, and just take a moment here. Now stick your butt back. Your chest is lifted. Relax those. We've been on our hands a lot and our wrists, so relax those wrists. Give them a little love. So you're relaxing your wrists on your legs, and you'll feel that you need that. And then drop your shoulders and your chest is lifting. Inhaling, exhaling. You can close your eyes and just massage that central part that we're working on in terms of twisting. Bring your hands forward. Tuck your toes so you're on all fours. Move back into down dog. We're going to take the right foot into your chest. Lift the right foot. Bring your right knee into your chest. Land your right foot between your hands. Pivot the left foot. Pivot the right foot so both toes, sets of toes, are pointing to the left side of your mat. So we're already in a forward bend. Of course, your knees can be bent, your butt can be back. You can angle out your feet so the toes are in line with your knees. Let's just start by exploring what we've got here. So bring your hands, maybe they're off your mat. I'm on my fingertips. Of course, you can be on your blocks. Now, you're going to bend your knees, stick your butt back, hold it, so it's almost like cow back, and then you're going to exhale, angry cat back. And you're going to explore how much can you ask your legs to straighten. Breathing. Inhale, halfway lift. Looking forward, butt back, knees bent. Spread your toes. Inhale, exhale, dive in. So just like forward bend, but not a little bit harder. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Now looking at your left foot, you're going to take your right hand again outside of that left ankle, bend the right elbow and bring the left arm bone up and overhead. So now we're really asking the body to twist. The whole upper body is involved in this. Try to relax your head. Let the head be a heavy weight. Keep your throat nice and open. It's all good. Breathing. It's not forever. It's just a yoga pose. And then looking down, come back to neutral with the hands right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, open up your chest, look forward, lift your toes. Exhale, feel, press the toes. Elbows out to the side. Notice the difference between left and right. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Exhale, come on down. Take your left hand on the outside of your right leg, right, wherever it works for you. Bend the left elbow, pull your body towards the front of the mat and bring your right arm bone up. Oh, this is a lot. Keep breathing, keep your throat nice and open. Let your head be a heavy weight when you're able to. Of course, knees are bent if that's what's required here. And then looking into the middle of your mat again. Inhale, come on up. Halfway lift, wide leg, forward bending. Exhale, elbows out to the side. This next twist, so fun. We're going to walk our feet towards each other because it's going to be easier if we do that. We're going to take right arm first, grab the outside of your left leg, and then left hand. So we're crossing, left hand, right ankle. We're crossing. And we're going to come down, and as much as we're pulling with our hands, we're pushing our butt back and letting the head be heavy weight. Breathing. Everything is working for us. And now, left elbow moves to the left side, the long side of your mat, and you're going to look under it and look at your right hand. Whoa, so we're in a deep little twist, and then you're going to come out of it. Both arms crossed still. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left hand now goes first on the outside of your right ankle or right shin. Right hand on the outside of your left shin. And then inhale, halfway lift a little bit. Of course, you can't move. But exhale, pull with your hands, but push with your leg bones. And then come forward over those elbows. And of course, the hands can be further up your legs. Now, move the right elbow towards that would be the left side of your mat, and look under it at your left hand. So we're squishing. You should feel some squishing. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, angle out your heels, your toes, and come down into a squat for a moment. So your deepest squat that you have. Whoa. Bring your hands into the middle of your chest. If you want to work at the top of your mat, then you can turn. I know we're all creatures of habit. We love to do our regular things. So your toes are out. Your heels can be lifted. If you're not able to do this pose because of your knees, you can be on your butt and challenge your hips whatever way you know how to challenge them. So, hands on the floor. Inhale, forward bending, straighten your legs. Exhale, we're going to walk our feet a little closer. maybe one fist width apart. Then we're going to bend our knees, tuck the tail. So pull the belly in. So Utkatasana, lightning pose. Bring your hands into the middle of your chest. Let's try bringing our arms out to start with. And exhale like a windmill. We're going to take our left hand, your knees are bent, left hand on the outside of your right leg. Of course, you can use a block. I'm going to use one today. And we're going to squish. So don't worry about how far or how not and all those other things. Think about squishing the center of your body. Pull the belly in. Keep your throat nice and open. Exhale. On the next exhale, forward bend, straighten the legs. Let your head hang. Woo! Breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Tuck the tail. So pull the whole buttocks situation towards the back of your knees. Bring your arms out. Tilt like a windmill. Right arm outside of the left leg. Open up your chest. Squish, squish. Try to keep the knees even. Drop your buttocks every time you have a chance on your exhale. And then so slowly, bring your left arm down if that's what's happening for you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lean back. Lift your toes. Come on up, all the way up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in the middle of the chest, and feel. Feel your legs, feel your core, feel your twisting motions, the response to that. Keep your hands into the middle of your chest. Bend your knees, knees nice and flexy. Lift the toes to start with so you know where your toes are. Stick your butt back into Utkatasana, seated, this chair pose. You're going to take the outside of your left elbow. Try to keep the knees moving forward. Again, into a twist, a standing twist. Breathe. You should feel nice and warm. Breathe. Right elbow over left. Fingers to the front of the mat. Exhale. Release. Come up. Sweep your arms up. Take a moment. Woo. Stretch up so that you can feel the release. It's almost like a counter pose. Exhale. Hands in the middle of the chest. Thumbs touching the sternum. Stick your butt back. Butt goes back. Try to really get seated in this pose. And then from the center, move your right elbow onto the outside of that left leg. Oh, of course each side feels different. Try to sit a little further, deeper on your exhale. On every inhale, feel your heart moving forward. Yeah. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Come slowly through to center. Tuck the tail. Sweep your arms up. You're probably wondering, are we ever going to get to seated twist? Yes, we are. Angle out your feet. Stick your butt back. Take your time. You can bring your hands into the middle of your chest or have your fingers forward. We're going into a squat to start with. And for those of you who can do a squat, this is a wonderful place to really release a little bit, because what we just did was pretty hard. It was asking our bodies to do things a little differently today. Curl your back a lot. You can even move from left to right so that the hips are woken up and have a lot of space. And then you're going to plunk yourself on your mat. Bring your feet hip width apart and forward. So let's just have a little bit of a release so that we can still do some of our seated twists, maybe with some variations. So take your hands onto the front of your knees or on your shins and curl your back a lot and tuck the tail under. And pretend you're leaning back on a comfy sofa or maybe a bean bag. You can tell how old I am. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale, flex your feet, get the soles of your feet together, push the knees away, and feel how much movement you have in those hips. Pull the toes towards your shins. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, feet hip width apart, curl your back, tuck your tail. Inhale, come on up. One more time. Cast your heart forward, press the legs away. Yeah, breathe. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, land your feet. We're going to just try all of this with variations, and all of these things are, they don't need names in yoga. They can just be explorations of a twist or whatever your body is asking you to do. So you can take a block behind, keep your knees parallel, and then we're just going to move. Now you'll see that you're not going to move too far. We're going to move into a twist. You're going to take your left arm and you're going to hug. But now you've got all kinds of space, but you also have your hips 100% weighted down by your femurs. Open up your chest. Keep inhaling, lifting the spine to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. This should be really getting into the crunchy spots. You're like really adding some interesting things into your core, into your digestion today. Every time we do this, this is so good for waking that whole area up. Inhale, go longer to the ceiling. Exhale, come forward, curl your back, tuck your tail. I've got to move my block out of the way. Curl your back. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, you can take that block behind you. Keep your knees parallel. If this is not working for you, then you could take a block and put it maybe with the lowest or the second height so that you have something to clutch, and that gives you some feedback about whether or not your legs remain parallel when you're looking in another direction. So use your blocks in a way that's supportive. It gives you information. Your hips are locked in this pose here. You cannot cheat in this particular one. Cheat, that's a bad word. We want to identify where the place is in each pose that we're trying to activate. Inhale, come on up. Exhale. Grab your knees. Take your blocks from behind. Open up your chest. Flex your feet. Bring your feet again, all 4 points. Pull those toes back towards your shins. Now come down as far as you can. Inhale, come on up. Land your feet, curl your back, tuck your tail. Lean back into comfy land. Whole back body is asking to be opened up. Inhale, come on up. Left leg is going to come forward now. So some of you will be able to keep the right foot in front of the right hip. Others will be bringing the right foot behind, but we're just starting, or on the outside of your left leg. So the first thing you want to do is find some space in that hip so that we can twist around it. So we're going to pull, right leg back, elbows out, matador style. Dig your left heel in, micro bend your left knee. Inhale, bring your chest up, proud chest. Exhale, either land your right foot on a block or on the outside of that left leg or in front of. Now open up your chest again, feel your toes, lift them, it's very helpful. And then exhale, go into this twist with only one leg weighting down. Open up your chest. For those of you who can bind, your left elbow is going to the front of your mat. You're going to sneak the arm underneath your right thigh. Open up your chest. It's just a leverage point. Don't worry if you're never able to do it. It's not important. Squish the middle. Squish. Lengthen. Inhale. Feel the length that you're creating in your waistline. And then exhale. Go a little deeper. Bring your arms out, scarecrow style, crab hands. Inhale, lengthen, really, really lengthen. Exhale, come all the way forward. Release. Help your right leg. Bend your left knee. Grab your ankle or your foot, matador style. Inhale, open up your chest. Elbows really proud, chest really proud. You're pulling that left leg back. Dig your right heel in. Either bring your left foot on the outside or on the inside of your right leg. On the inside, you want it lined up with your hip. Dig your heels in. Spread your toes. Inhale, you could really reach up with your right arm, find a little more space. Exhale, you could hook and look. Open up your chest. Squish the center. We're not trying to twist the upper back. We're trying to squish the center and find space deep in the left hip so that we can squish. Those of you who have a little more movement in the twist, toes are still illuminated. Right elbow goes to the front of your mat. And then you bind. Open up your chest. The rule is the binder is the grabber. I can't quite grab on this side today. Open up your chest. Inhale, keep the throat nice and open. Whoa, exhale, twist. Whoa. Keep those toes illuminated. Keep your fingers active. Then inhale, go taller. Still in your twist, bring your arms out, scarecrow style, crab hands. Whew. Inhale, come up all the way to the center. And then release. Of course, there's many twists that we can do. Seated, let's try this one. You're going to bring your left heel close into your pelvis. Now I like to rock from side to side, pull the flesh out so that I'm going to have enough room. It's the edge of the left foot. Do your best. For those of you with sore knees, you just do your best. Right foot comes in front, so immediately the right heel is in line with that left ankle. And in order for my body to do this, the right buttock rises. And I'm going to try to keep it down, but it's a little difficult. So you do you and figure out what works for you for this one. Right hand, right knee is going to go to the ceiling and is in line with your right toes. So inhale, open up the chest. Now you can turn and hug your right leg. So your heart and your right knee are together. Right hand can be behind, and then you'll be able to go a little deeper. So you do where you can feel it. Squish into your waistline, lean into your right buttock, relax the left leg. That's the hardest thing. Whew. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, go taller to the ceiling. Exhale, come forward. Lean back, grab that right shin bone. Whew. Switch your feet. Right heel in front of the pelvis. Left heel in front of that ankle. And then just fidget a little bit so that you know that you're not going to be moving over your flesh. Left knee goes to the ceiling. You could again inhale. You can always enter by reaching up to the ceiling in any twist. Exhale, hook. Oh, relax that right leg. So hard to do. Flex your right foot. Squish your waistline. Feel everything being digested. Breathing. Even doing these twists, you should be busting a little bit of a sweat because it's hard to hold. The body is rebelling. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, come forward. Grab the front of your left shin with your hands and then just feel. Nice. Bring your right foot forward, your left foot forward. You can take your blocks between your knees and you can take your blocks between your hands. Inhale, bring your arms up, lift your toes. Exhale, tuck the tail. Come all the way down, but slowly So when slowly becomes like I really want to go fast, what you need to do is inhale, come on up. So you're encouraging your body, you're relaxing some of it. And then exhale, tuck the tail, pubic bone to sternum. Press your knees against the block if you're using a block. Press your hands against the block if you're using a block with your hands. And then when you get down, still with the blocks, bring your legs up and your arms up. Oh, try to break the blocks. And then bring the arms up and overhead onto the floor behind you. Oh, breathing. Bend your knees. Then land your feet. Oh. And then reach for the block between your legs if you're using blocks, and just land it on your tummy. And then just have like a nice little moment. You can have scarecrow arms, whatever works for you. Backs of hands on floor is really, really nice. Breathing. We're going to do eagle legs. Right leg goes up. So this will be twisting the bottom part of our hips and our body. Spread your right toes. Really try to straighten your right leg so you're creating space. Then bend your right knee first into your chest, maybe even towards your right armpit. And then cross the right leg over the left. And then relax it. So let's go into a relaxed state with the right foot. Just take a moment here. Now notice if you're leaning over to the left instead, just see if you can't even out the sacrum. Those of you who can take the right foot behind the left calf muscle, go ahead and do that, but it's not necessary. Lift the hips off the floor by pressing the left foot into the floor. Put the left buttock back on the floor. The knees come a little closer into your chest, so you can already feel the squishing. And then exhale, eagle legs to the left. Oh, and if you need a block, you've got them handy. You can put the block underneath your left thigh or underneath your knees or whatever. Dig your elbows in, move your body over a little bit to the left. Keep the right, do what you need to do in order to keep the right shoulder on the floor. Reposition your head so you're so comfy. Well, kind of comfy. Breathe. Notice this is an opening of the midsection. It's like this beautiful long extension from your right armpit to your right knee. Bring your elbows close in to your body. Arms are 90 degrees, fingers to the ceiling. Press through your elbows and your upper arms as you roll back to neutral on your spine. Lift your hips, reposition. Right foot comes on the floor. Oh, feel. So in order to preserve space in our bodies, we need to notice the space. We need to tell the body in its own language, which is not a man-made language, but the breathing, relaxing, reacting to gravity, that this space that we just tried to create, that we actually want it. Press through the right foot. Left leg goes up to the ceiling, absolutely as straight as you possibly can get it. Some might be pointing toes. Try not to get a cramp if you do that. Or pulling the toes towards your shins. Bend your left knee into your left armpit and then cross the left leg over the right. Relax the left foot. Now notice if you've moved over to the right side, try to get even. Press through the right foot, lift your hips, and then bring the right side of your right buttock on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest a little bit more, lifting both legs and eagle legs, and then exhale, allow them to come over to the right. Oh. Use your blocks, however helpful they are, or a bolster. Then dig your elbows in, move your body over to the right, Let your left shoulder fall back to the floor. And then just feel what's happening. All you have to do is breathe and let gravity create the space. So millimeter by millimeter. If you have tension from this practice today, you may want to take the next exhale with a sigh, a groan, or a moan. Feel the whole left side open up, right to left armpit. Bring your elbows close into your rib cage, fingers to the ceiling. Slowly, so mindfully, come onto your spine using the backs of your arms and your elbows. Land your right foot, extend your left leg, land the left foot behind your left hip, and then relax your arms and just breathe. Let those femurs just fall into their hip sockets. Feel your feet super weighty. That was a lot of squishing that we've done in this sequence. So before we have a rest, let's open up the whole front of the body by taking your block. Your feet are hip width apart, supported bridge pose. You do you, whatever height is the best for you. Pull your feet towards your buttocks, lift your toes. Inhale right up into your heart. Exhale, place the block. If you don't have a block, you can have your arms 90 degrees, close in, pressing through the backs of your arms, fingers to the ceiling. So you can do whatever supported version works for you. The idea is to open up the whole front of the body. Those of you who enjoy supported bridge by bringing your arm bones up and overhead or grabbing your elbows, go ahead and do that. That just opens up the side tissues. We did a lot of squishing, so this is a really important pose to reward the squishing efforts that you did today. Now, you can stay here for as long as you'd like. This is the last pose before we move into Shavasana. So you do what works for you that you feel is really good. Some of you will be doing full back bends. Go ahead and do them. And then you can enter into your favorite little Shavasana moment. If you're coming down, remove the block, tuck the tail, pull the belly in, lift the toes so you can feel the toes, upper back, middle back, low back. And the pose that you are really longing for is knees into chest. So curl your back and grab those sides of your shins and just feel all the movement, all the fascia that we opened up today. This is the time in the sequence, in this practice today, where you're going to gather your comfy things. You're going to make sure that you have as much space, spread out your whole body in Shavasana. Pick your most favorite music or no music and really reward yourself. Stay for as long as you're able to. It is so much my pleasure that you're joining me on the mat and spending this time for yourself. Really appreciate it. Namaste.